The dangerous power of words. A man is revealed by what he repeatedly says, not by what he claims to believe. Words are not harmless sounds. They are windows into the mind, and Stoicism teaches something uncomfortable but liberating. If you listen closely enough, you can hear weakness before you ever see failure. The foolish man exposes himself long before life humbles him, through phrases spoken without awareness, without responsibility, without self-command. This video is not about mocking intelligence. It is about recognizing mental laziness, emotional immaturity, and the refusal to grow. A truly dangerous man is not the angry man or the loud man. It is the unaware man who thinks he already knows everything. Stoic philosophers warned us about this type of thinking centuries ago, because the man who refuses self-examination becomes a slave to his impulses, his ego, and his excuses. As you listen, do not think of others, think of yourself. Stoicism is not a weapon to judge the world. It is a mirror to refine the self. If any of these phrases feel familiar, that is not an insult, it is an invitation to rise. Stay until the end, because the final lesson is the most destructive sentence a man can ever repeat, and once you remove it from your vocabulary, your entire life begins to change. Thing 1. That's just how I am. This sentence sounds harmless, even honest, but Stoic philosophy considers it one of the most dangerous lies a man can tell himself. Because hidden inside these words is surrender. That's just how I am is the verbal equivalent of giving up the steering wheel of your life. The Stoics believed character is not fixed, it is trained. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the soul becomes dyed by the color of its thoughts, meaning you are not born with a finished mind, you shape it daily through discipline, awareness, and choice. When a man says, "That's just how I am," what he is really saying is, I refuse to improve, I refuse responsibility, I refuse effort. A foolish man uses this phrase to justify anger, laziness, jealousy, and lack of self-control. He treats his worst habits like permanent identity traits. Stoicism rejects this completely, because the Stoic man understands that discomfort is the price of transformation. Strong men say different words. They say, I am working on it. I am learning to control it. I am not there yet. Those sentences signal growth, accountability, and humility. Every time you catch yourself saying, "That's just how I am," pause, replace it with a better sentence. This is who I was, not who I am becoming. That shift alone separates the disciplined from the stagnant. Thing 2, I don't care. On the surface, this sentence sounds like strength, emotional armor, indifference, but Stoicism draws a sharp line between control and apathy. The man who constantly says, "I don't care," is not strong. He is avoiding responsibility for his inner life. True Stoic indifference is selective. It means not wasting emotional energy on things outside your control, not shutting down your conscience, not numbing your standards, not avoiding effort. The foolish man uses "I don't care" as a shield against accountability. He says it when criticized instead of reflecting. He says it when he fails instead of correcting course. He says it when relationships weaken instead of repairing them. This is not Stoicism. This is emotional laziness disguised as toughness. Epictetus taught that freedom comes from mastery of desire and aversion, not from pretending nothing matters. A man who truly does not care becomes careless, and carelessness always has consequences. A disciplined man chooses carefully what deserves his attention. He does not announce indifference to protect his ego. He silently focuses on what builds virtue, character, and long-term strength. Replace "I don't care" with "This is not worth my emotional reaction." That sentence reflects control, not avoidance, awareness, not apathy. Thing 3, it's not my fault. This sentence is the favorite refuge of a weak mind, because it allows a man to suffer without changing. The moment a man says, "It's not my fault," he hands his power to the world around him. Stoicism is built on one brutal principle: you may not control what happens to you, but you always control how you respond. And the foolish man hates this truth, because responsibility feels heavy. It demands discipline, humility, and effort. When life goes wrong, the foolish man looks outward. The boss is unfair, people are toxic, society is broken, luck is against me. And while some of these may be partially true, repeating them becomes a prison. Marcus Aurelius warned that the mind becomes shaped by what it blames. A Stoic man asks a different question: what part of this is mine to own? Even when circumstances are harsh, there is always something within your control, your habits, your preparation, your reaction, your next move. Blame feels good in the short term, it protects the ego, but it destroys progress the moment you stop saying, "It's not my fault." You reclaim the authority to fix what is broken. Replace the sentence with, "What can I do better next time?" That single shift transforms failure into training. Thing 4. I'll do it tomorrow. This sentence sounds innocent, but it is the quiet language of self-betrayal. Tomorrow is the favorite hiding place of fear and laziness, and the foolish man lives there permanently. The Stoics viewed time as a non-renewable currency. Seneca warned that life is long only if you know how to use it. Yet the foolish man treats time like an endless resource, pushing discipline, growth, and hard conversations into an imaginary future. Every time a man says, "I'll do it tomorrow," he trains himself to delay discomfort, and delayed discomfort always grows heavier. Stronger men understand this. They act now not because they feel motivated, but because they respect time. Action cures overthinking, discipline destroys excuses, and progress begins the moment you stop negotiating with yourself. Replace "I'll do it tomorrow" with "I will start now, even imperfectly." Stoicism does not demand perfection, it demands movement. Thing 5. This is good enough. This is the most dangerous sentence of all, because it sounds reasonable, mature, even calm, but when spoken repeatedly, it becomes the language of slow decay. Stoicism is not about chasing perfection, but it is about honoring your potential. The foolish man uses "this is good enough" to escape effort, to justify mediocrity, to silence the inner voice that knows more is possible. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily not to waste the qualities he was given, because unused potential turns into regret, and regret is one of the heaviest emotional burdens a man can carry. A disciplined man asks a harder question: did I give my honest best today? Not perfection, not comparison, but effort aligned with values. There is a difference between acceptance and resignation. Stoicism teaches acceptance of reality, not surrender to weakness. Replace "this is good enough" with "this can be better and I will improve it." That mindset keeps a man sharp, humble, and alive. Words shape identity, and identity shapes destiny. Every sentence you repeat becomes a vote for the man you are becoming. The foolish man speaks carelessly, unaware that his language is quietly building his prison. The Stoic man speaks deliberately, knowing that discipline begins in the mind and reveals itself through words. Tonight, listen to yourself. Catch the phrases you repeat when no one is watching. Remove even one of these sentences from your vocabulary, and your life will begin to shift. If this message resonated, share in the comments which phrase you are cutting from your life. Subscribe to Stoic Spark for daily Stoic wisdom, and press the bell icon so you never miss a lesson that strengthens your mind and sharpens your character.